Jordan Spieth is making a comeback. Will he finally achieve a Grand Slam? Jordan Spieth is on his way back. Tiger Woods, Rory McIlroy, and Jordan Spieth made groups for the first two rounds of the PGA Championship in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Combined, they have a total of 22 majors. For the spectators, the grouping is exhilarating. But for the players, it means more people, more noise, and more distractions. For Spieth, who is seeking to complete the career Grand Slam, it is all about enjoying the craziness and having fun. Can he win this event? Would that be a significant comeback for him? Stay tuned, as in today's video, we will talk about Jordan Spieth, who's making a comeback. Will he finally achieve a Grand Slam? Welcome to 24 Golf. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for your daily dose of golf content. With that being said, let's get started. Jordan Spieth has decided to return to the Grand Slam. He's not worried about his performance, rather he chooses to have fun, embracing the madness. As Spieth shared, I thought last week was enjoyable. It would be a little bit more difficult to just settle in if I took a month off and dived straight in. But we had a big weekend audience last week, and I believe it helps people experience the stress and pressure of competing in a tour event. Spieth should be used to the strain of contending, given his only two outings since the Masters have resulted in a triumph at the RBC Heritage and runners-up finish at the AT&T BYRON Nelson last week. Spieth said recently that playing at a major event with Woods makes those rounds feel more like the weekend. He enjoyed playing with a 15-time major champion, but doesn't expect to do it again the next week. I can tell my children about it someday, Spieth said. I got to play alongside Tiger. I've already done it. You cannot be sure whether it would ever happen again last year. I know it is fantastic for golf, but it is good for me to be able to play these tournaments alongside the guy I adored as a kid. The 28-year-old from Dallas, Jordan Spieth, might be the answer for golf purists who are fed up with Saudi Arabian themes dominating the sport. There will be an enticing story to at least temporarily offset endless discussions about breakaway tours, human rights, and golf's persona non grata. Fill the shill if Jordan Spieth lifts the Wanamaker Trophy on Sunday evening, completing a career Grand Slam. Spieth came to Southern Hills in the sort of form that implies this is his best opportunity to add the US PGA Championship to his list of achievements, which also includes the Masters, US Open, and British Open. He would become only the sixth guy in history to win all four major golf tournaments. Spieth deserves credit for completely embracing another shot at creating history. Having won the other three, it is certainly an elephant in the room for me, Spieth said. It is a personal objective of mine. Given where things are at, if you told me I could only win one tournament for the rest of my life, I would say I would want to win this one. If you asked me before I started my career which event I would win, I would answer the Masters, since it was my favorite tournament ever. Things change, and this has clear significance. In the long term, it would be fantastic to be able to say that you have captured the four most important golf events in the world, each of which is played in a different region of the world and with a distinct style. When you win a career Grand Slam, you feel like you've done something in golf. Spieth added, I've been close to a couple of occasions. This hasn't been my most successful major, but I'm looking forward to this week. Since missing the Masters cut, Spieth has won the RBC Heritage and finished second at the BYRON Nelson. For the man himself, Augusta National was a puzzler. I shot 76 on Friday and I can't tell you where I missed a shot, he remarked. It was strange. I just didn't think I had done anything wrong. The kind of week has happened to me before. You just hope you're not competing in the Masters. After only 36 holes in Georgia, the old Spieth said that he would have requested technical modifications. His dip followed the 2017 Open makers, his eventual return to the top of the game all the more impressive. Spieth is back in the top 10 after finishing 92nd in early 2021. For the first two rounds, Spieth, Woods, and Rory McIlroy stood out as the tournament's star trio. Between them, the three have only 22 majors. They're both fantastic to play with, Spieth added. They're lightning fast, they're upbeat. I believe you should embrace it and have fun with it. Knowing that these are the kind of partnerships I'll be able to tell my children about one day. I got to play with Tiger in a major. You weren't sure whether that would ever happen again last year. I know it's fantastic for golf, but it's quite amazing for me to be able to play these tournaments alongside the guy I idolized as a kid. McIlroy's form and attitude appear to be improving as he seeks his first major victory since 2014. The Southern Hills should benefit greatly from Jon Rahm's green expertise. Shane Lowry has stated that he is quietly confident in his chances of winning. The time between the final round of the Phoenix Open and the same position in the US PGA is only 98 days. If he wins in Tulsa, Scotty will have won 5 times in that span. "I don't feel any different when I show up to events," the Master winner insisted. The combination of scorching temperatures, strong gusts, and crossover holes will undoubtedly slow down play. Even without weather delays, it won't be surprising if the second round started early on Saturday. The Southern Hills is a rigorous physical challenge. Richard Bland gave a forthright remark when asked whether he had second thoughts about competing in their $25 million events in Hertfordshire next month, as if to indicate that thoughts of Saudi Arabia are never far away. Members like Bland will not be allowed to participate in the European Tour. Bland declared, "I'm going to play. If I'm banned, I'm going to be banned. In terms of playing at the top level, the majority of my career is now behind me. In 6 months, I will be 50 years old. I'm a cynic. Mother Nature has a way of catching up with you. I have a chance to play these tournaments and protect my future, and it would be silly of me to pass it up." With the PGA Championship taking place this week and Spieth among the favorites at Southern Hills, Spieth placed 60th in the field in SG, putting at the RCB Heritage last month with a score of minus 2.545, according to Haney. Spieth, of course, won the tournament. It's at this point that Haney begins to question. He added on the program, "And he has discovered methods to get around that, and he can occasionally get around it." This is the looking at the whole technique, which he has just resumed on short putts, and he needs to take action. Jordan Spieth is the worst putter on the PGA Tour this year, or at least on the short list of the worst putters. What he achieved to win at Hilton Head, I believe he ended 60th in putting and won the event despite being the poorest putter in the field. It's unfathomable. So, if he was putting as he did back in the day, ifs and buts were candy and nuts. I get it. But the way he's striking the ball, if he was putting as he did back in the day, he'd be pounding on the door on number 1. However, it is a huge if. Thank you very much. Spieth is aware. He missed a 2-foot 9-inch putt that proved costly at last week's Byron Nelson, finishing one shot behind eventual winner KH Lee. Despite this, he finished 36th in the field in SG, putting for the week with a score of 1.449. He also made difficult 5-footers on 15th and 16th following the miss. Spieth has a putting theory as well. Remember that after a lengthy swing overhaul, he's finally seeing daylight after a year or two. There was probably a little of, "It's not like I didn't practice putting," he said in his pre-PGA press conference on Wednesday, but when you go a little off, sometimes you don't always see it if you're so concentrated somewhere else. And I think just a little bit of neglect hurts. "There were certain putts where I wasn't as confident as I have been in the past, and I want to be again," Jordan said. "I made a couple of pretty great sliders on the last 5 holes after missing a few I should have made. I feel like I've reached a point where I can let off the gas pedal and shift gears, which is exactly what we've been doing for the past few weeks." So what do you think now? Do you think Spieth can make a spectacular comeback in this Grand Slam or not? Let us know in the comments section. Having said that, that concludes today's video. If you enjoyed our content today, I'd ask you to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel for more golf-related latest news to come. Also press the bell icon to stay updated with our activities. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.